we are going to start with us having standing in onto the mat, finding our feet. And as we often do in this practice, we come into that standing, which is not, which really remind us of our bipedal movement. So we are able to locomote on those two legs. And as we do so, and that's something that's important for us human beings, compared with your pets, for instance, or a lion or a tiger, when you are on your four paws, you are quite limited on the amount that you can actually see. It's not only a matter of seeing down and low. It's more your head can only see a certain turn left and right, and it's a limited range. And that's the gift that we were given as being on our 2 feet, is that we have that capacity to have that head really moving around, okay, and really taking a greater picture. And that's why those eyes of us, and that's why 80% of our brain is actually dedicated not only to see, but to actually interpret and translate what we see. So the brain has really a great capacity on the vision. So that just came on. I'm glad I have my ladies here with me, and we're going to be able to start now. So taking one, I already did it before I could think of it. I pick up one foot off the ground, and that was my right foot, and I started circling. And I'm gently circling. It's the very start of this practice. It's 8:05, and we'll have it running for 30 minutes, okay? And we want just to circle the foot without any intention or expectation, just allowing that ankle, that foot to be the connection, and to loosen up the space, loosen up the joint. And then eventually, as you are warming up in this movement, you become aware of your calf muscle also moving. And keep going, just reversing your direction from time to time. We're not even going to count numbers. You just do as you feel. You should be doing it for yourself, okay? And once more. Good. At that stage, you might feel, whoa, I've been here for a while. So above my knee, there is also an activation. I'm starting to feel a thigh. And possibly, I'm starting to feel my standing leg as well. Keep at it. Beautiful. All right. Keep at it gently. Right. And then we're gently going to go to onto our side. So that whoop, let me find my balance again. We're going to open and gently close. Open and gently close. My foot is flex. Yeah. That's it. And that's the same work as what we started. Don't count as many of them. Begin with that hip joint. So if you have a sensitive hip, okay, you don't have to go to the whole range of movement. Find your yummy spot, that range of movement you can go without struggling, okay? And then again, wow, what do you feel in your body? What is being activated? What is working hard for you to be in that capacity of creating that movement? Beautiful. We're going to leave it to the side. We're going to change. We're going to go down and up, down and up, down and up, down, up. Again, I'm flexing and I'm pointing. Flex when I land, point when I hike. And again, play with this. What are the sensations that gives you, that is being given or felt? Good. And we're going to close. Going to extend the leg and circle. Nice and low circle. And we're going to reverse it. Good. Relax the jaws. You might be getting tired to be on the same standing leg. You might feel a bit of heat, and that's okay. And if you need a break, you take the break. Beautiful. And then you're going to flick the leg. Flick forward and let it go back. Releasing that hip joint. And then here we're going to change this a little bit. We'll be flicking forward, bending back, forward and back, forward and back. Couple more. And release. And gently come. Legs side by side, feeling the work. And placing a word possibly or something else on the sensation and the feeling of your right side. So it could be like expansion, it could be really feeling much bigger, feeling more alive, feeling stronger, whatever comes. Okay? And we're not going to leave, we're going to shift to the right arm to be able to have that arm matching the upper body, matching the lower body. So I don't know why I started this way. So forward to the side, and my hand is facing flexed. And the movement is quite quick. And again, yeah. So my hand, my wrist, is that not like the foot and the ankles? And then see where else you're feeling that movement. So we're going to see coming down, we're going to roll that wrist up, up, down, down. That's it. Again, noticing for yourself how it feels into the forearms, into your arm. We are ultimately resisting gravity here. So there is plenty work being done. Good. We're going to reverse it. Come back to the shoulder, out to the side, and forward. Forward. So arms nice and long. Okay, you might be feeling the action now into the shoulder. Okay, we're going to stop with this movement. We're going to take our hands, look palms facing my screen, and come back. Close onto my shoulder. Out and in, out and in. Now, let's not swing with the body yet, okay? So we are really, it's a very localized movement from my finger to my shoulder, okay? So I'm actually going to tighten myself. I'm going to hold my waist, so I'm not going to let my body swing. Good. And this, you can see how it's going to go into a full circle. And my palm is not moving, always facing the screen. And change the direction. And palm of my hand still facing the screen. Good. And release. Taking my hands on top of my shoulder, that'll be a last movement. Tidy up my elbow, going forward to the side and back. Good. And shifting it. 2, 3, and 4. again, and release. The idea here is for you to find that flow, that fluidity, which I feel is very present at the moment somehow. And noticing here how this part of the body is feeling versus the other side. And possibly, I love this practice of measuring, place your tip of your fingers on your shoulder and notice whether the right shoulder, because we're working with the right side of the body here, does it feel higher than the other one? And I don't know if you can sense it, but it more likely is, okay? Because we have expanded, activated, awakened, but also released the muscles. So nothing is as tight, okay? So let's do that on the other side, starting back with the foot. Finding your balance first, and then whenever you're ready, we start with little circle. And other side, different sensation. Might be easier, it might be more challenging. So keep reversing whenever you want the direction. And again, feeling the foot moving, feel and articulating, feel the joint, and then you're in the calf muscles and the shin as well. Whoop, and off balance possibly. And keep moving. Beautiful. Few more. See, you will stop whenever you feel like the sensation has risen above the knee and that you really feel the muscle of the thighs, the big quads, but also the hamstring being engaged in that simple movement. Good. And then point, closing that knee or folding that knee and opening and closing. And you might find that it's harder to stand on this leg because it's already tired of all the work it's done. So a wall is welcome, a chair is welcome to help you to keep with your balance, if need be. Okay, a few more. And we're going to shift. Next one, keep open and close, open, down, up, down, up, down, up, you point, down, you flex, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. See where it is warm here. So for me, for instance, on that side, it's my glutes. I never felt my right glute. But on this side, I very much feel my left one. So there's a different organization of my body. Just interesting to know. Okay, and release, and going back to the front with some low circle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we swap, change the direction of the clock. Beautiful. Last one, and then we just go flick and back, flick, back, flick, back, flick, back, flick, back, and we're going to go and bend the knee behind us. Bend, and bend, and bend. Bend, few more. And we're going to release. Nice. Coming all to stand on both feet. And placing your hands here on top, really on the hip crease, find a fold, okay? And then noticing whether this is balanced and how flat it is. Good. Then we need to move with the hands. So we were doing this earlier on. So that was our first movement. And then we change it with lowering our hands and coming back just to give an activity to the wrist. Okay, and we swap the direction. So we started here and then wrist down or fingers down, fingers down. And notice how it's asking really an engagement and focus from the brain. I didn't finish my sentence because I'm trying to focus on the hand and wrist movement. Okay, and that's good enough this way. And then we went to, I can't remember, did we go up or no, we went straight into the circling. That's what we did. And remember, I told you fasten yourself with your other hand. Oh, it was a swing, wasn't it? Because I was swinging. Doesn't matter, just circle up, be good enough. And reversing and reversing for the last time. And releasing hands on your shoulder. And we're just going to circle with the elbow. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Beautiful. And release, coming again once more to feel the left side versus the right side, noticing how present, or maybe you have that sensation of being more present in your body, more aware, possibly more awake. Okay, and then we're going to let go of this. We're going to rub our hands. Yesterday, or the last time we met, we were working a bit with hands, arms, shoulder, and strengthening. And we're going to repeat or keep going with that work, okay? So aligning your knees and hips, that didn't change. And then it was extending the arm in front of you without compromising the integrity of your spine. So none of this, none of that. And the reason, the way you know you can, if you put yourself too far, let's say, I'm definitely going to compromise myself. So you need to find your marking on the floor where you can keep activating your core, keep the spine in its neutral shape, which is its natural shape, and then gently being able to squeeze the pelvis from time to time to support you. Then we're going to start down, up, down, up. I have started with my left arm. Beautiful. Remember to engage the very tip of your fingers by pressing it into the floor. And I'm going to swap. Swap to the right. Swap to the right. Okay. Then I'm going to move to both arms together. Keeping nothing is moving, okay? So my arms aren't, I'm not fidgeting with my arm. What's moving is the action only of my hands pressing and releasing the floor. And my elbows accommodating the movement. The rest is all steady and stable. And again, here you might feel the same warmth that you felt into your legs. And that's good. Good. And release. Stand here. And then very gently, we're going to go and travel. See this movement? Push. Travel so you have more weight on the shoulder. And you come back. So the full movement is down and up. It's like almost like an upward dog, a baby upward dog. Good. Couple more. And once you're up here on the knees, come back with your hands underneath your shoulder. And we're simply going to go down and up. Down as low as you can go. It doesn't matter where that is. And come back. So baby press ups here. If you need to let your wrist go to the side, do it. And noticing how more accessible it is. And that's why I'm teaching the other version, because we're building up more strength this way. But do whatever works and know that you can do both. Okay. And release. Take your hands in front of you, palms up. Okay, and we're going to come back. So you see my posture? So palm is up, soft part of the forearm is facing the ceiling as well. And I'm just going to come down and back. So I'm giving a break to my wrist and my hand. I'm very much working here with my shoulder. Engage the core. So my nose is going to the floor between my two hands. Beautiful. Last one. And come back, sit on your ankles and give a break to your arms for a little while. Always going back, traveling back inwards, feeling the sensation. And remember that the source of movement is inward, not outward. Okay? The source of the movement is actually inside. I'm not going to say inward because the word makes you feel there is a direction. Movement is created from the inside out. So being inside is your movement. And knowing that whatever way you move reflects your self-limitation. Okay? It reflects your self-limited belief about what you are, how you are, and what you can do. So it's really interesting to travel and be in conversation with your movement, even when it's strengthening. Good. We're going to go up, high plank, onto our hands. Send the heel down towards the floor. Okay. And then we pick up, left hand to right shoulder, down, right hand to left shoulder. Left hand to right shoulder, right hand to left shoulder. And keep at it. Go with your own flow, go with your own rhythm. And you're going to stop the next time you finish with the left. Good, and stay in high plank. And release. Good stuff. Okay. So from being on your knees, now we're going to let go of the arms. We're going to bring our left foot by our right knee. Okay? And you're going to curl the toes of your foot that is down, okay? The back foot. And then taking your hands, and on the inhale, we rise up and open. On the exhale, we bring ourselves back in and we go back down. Inhale, oops, I went too fast. So that's a good demo. And down. So when you come back, foot and knees connect. So feel the engagement here of your whole body. The pressing from the feet, ground feet, the traveling through the legs, the opening from the torso, the connection to the core as you rise your hands, the activity of your shoulder as you circle down. And as you gather, everything unfold back and you retrace your step back. And I decided to not be stable this morning. Last one. Okay, going back down to the floor with that one. Staying on your high knees. Curl the back foot now, so which will be your left foot, and then come into that pose. And we're going to take one breath, that breath of alignment, of centering. There's a lot of things happening behind my door and gets me distracted. So just recalling me to myself and going off for it. Keep at it. Noticing how movement doesn't have to be fast, aggressive, powerful, as to actually be very powerful. This movement here is all about connectedness. There is a real choreography of the body to make it happen. And all of our bodily systems being engaged, brain and nervous system supervising it. Good. Last one. And staying up. Back to being in your standing pose, in that mountain pose, allowing everything to just quiet. And noticing what is very present. What part of you feel like it's being pumped or pulsating? What part is warm? What part is loud? What part does there are parts like that too. Beautiful. Okay. And then we're just going to do a last movement just to wrap it up, going back to the hands and wrist, because we haven't done too much. And when we don't do too much like that, there is a need for repetition to strengthen. So we're going to go back to this one. And we're going to go straight, if you can, to both arms together. If it's too much for you, do 4 on the right, 4 on the left, or 8 together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Bringing back underneath your shoulder, your hands, and baby press up. 2, 3, 4, 4 more. And gently going to high plank, bringing your hands a little bit halfway up in front of you, and then rising. Beautiful. And then walking hands to shoulder. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Dropping yourself onto your hunkers. No, onto your sit bone, moving the flesh, taking your hands behind you, and we're going to go down and back up. Okay? Down, press the hand, come back. And of course, there is a strong engagement as well here of the core. But use your hand to push yourself back up and release. Push, push, push. 2 more. Push. Last one. And push. And release. I'm going to invite you to go all the way down to the floor. Okay, knees bent or not, as you wish. Listen to your heartbeat. Allow for your breath and your heartbeat to come back into coherence. I could have said into harmony. And from the moment you feel that they are connecting and moving together, please feel free to come and sit and enter your quiet space. It is 25 to 9, and I'm going to turn off that recording.